Hello everyone, now we're going to do the vocabulary part. As you can see, there are words here written in blue. I want to just check the definition of the words and try to understand their meanings. And then you're going to complete the blanks with the correct words from this list. And then we're going to listen to the recording and check our answers. I won't give you extra time to write your answers. You can just pause the video for a few minutes and you can complete the blanks, and then we will listen to the recording and check our answers. Now, please pause the video for a few minutes to write your answers. Okay, friends, now listen to the recording and check your answers.
Unit 7, Lesson A, page 124. Exercise A.
1. Even as a child, Lena loved caring for other people, and this passion for helping was the main reason she accepted a job working for a charity.
2. According to a report, the world has a limited supply of important resources called rare earth metals that are needed to make smartphones.
3. The newspaper article about conservation was interesting, but Melissa wasn't in the mood to read about more problems with the environment.
4. Nico's intelligence and capacity for hard work were the main reasons he was awarded an academic scholarship.
5. After his baby was born, Ben experienced a sleep deficit, and his constant fatigue made it hard for him to concentrate at work.
Okay, friends, let's see the answers. Okay, you can pause the video at any time to see the answers, or you can listen to the recordings again if you feel you need it. Okay, let's go on to the next part. Vocabulary skill using word maps. Dear friends, there are several ways of practicing vocabulary, but one of the good ways that we can practice vocabulary is preparing a word map. So what is a word map? As you can see, a word map is a visual way to organize key information about new words to help you learn vocabulary. This key information could include the definition of the word. This is important, but this is not enough. So knowledge of a word requires more than the definition of the word. So this is important, but not necessary. And how can we learn the definitions? Of course, we can learn the definitions from the dictionaries. We can look up the words and you can learn the definitions. And in order to be able to use words correctly and appropriately in different contexts, in different circumstances, situations, we need more than the definition. And all the key information given here also helps us in order to remember the words easily, and also it helps us to recall the words while we are writing or while we are speaking. Synonyms and antonyms. Synonyms mean words having similar meanings, but that doesn't mean they have exactly the same meaning and usage. Some synonyms may replace each other while others cannot. And usage of words having similar meanings might vary in terms of the level of the formality, in terms of the context that we use it, or the people that we are addressing. Therefore, please be careful replacing the synonyms while you are using it in your writings and while you are using it as you speak. And antonyms, words having opposite meanings. And writing synonyms and antonyms is a good practice to remember the words. And different word forms. So the words might have different word forms. For instance, think of the word inform. So there are different forms of it, so which are made through the use of suffixes, prefixes, or infixes. For instance, inform, information, informative, informing. So these are different forms of the word inform. We call such kind of different forms a word family. And collocations are word partners. So there are some word combinations that we can use together. Let me show you an example from the list here. For instance, resources. So we can say reusable resources, right? So this is called collocation. So you can write many other things that we can use with resources. And so you can use the words after or before them. So in order to make collocations, you don't have to use them before the words. You can also use them after the words. For instance, passion, passion for music, passion for art, passion for language, fatigue, environmental fatigue. We're going to talk about it. Conservation, environmental conservation, and so on. And you can make different collocations in order to practice the words. So try to write as many collocations as possible. And it also helps you in order to use the language more fluently, because you can recall the words easily if you are learning them with collocations. So you will have some available multiple word units, word chunks, as you speak or write in English if you practice collocations. Okay, look at next part. All right, there are some words here, and in your notebook, I want you to prepare some word maps using the key information given here. I want you to prepare a word map. So there's an example here. All right, you can just check the example and then you can go on to preparing the word map for rest of the words given in the box. But before that, let's just check the pronunciation of the words.
Page 125. Exercise B.
Apathetic.
Inspire.
Motivation.
Perceive.
Sacrifice.
Okay, dear friends, just pause the video for a few minutes, prepare your word map, and then I'll show you some possible word maps for these words. Okay, if we're done with the word maps, let's see some possible answers. For inspire, the definition, okay, sacrifice, other word forms, as you can see, synonyms, antonyms. So these are some suggested possible answers, so you might write something else. You can add these into your word map if you haven't written them. Okay. I'm sorry, I think I showed you the last one. So let's start this again, sorry. Okay, let's start from inspire. And next one, motivation. And the next one, perceive. And sacrifice. Okay, we're done. Okay, friends, so there's a survey here. So let me answer the survey questions for myself, and you can do the same for yourself. And we can discuss this in our online lessons. So as I told you, we're going to have online lessons in the upcoming weeks. And we can just interact with each other. We can ask questions. We can talk to each other in this interactive sessions. And we can go back to the parts which require interaction, and we can just talk about it, discuss these issues together in our online sessions. Okay. I feel fatigued because my life is so busy. Yes, I usually feel fatigue, really. I have a lot of passion for studying English, usually. Yes. I use natural resources such as water and gas carefully. Sometimes, actually, we should pay more attention to use natural resources and other things carefully. This is really important, but we sometimes forget these things, actually. I'm willing to sacrifice my time to help my friends. Yes, sometimes, not usually, but sometimes. Now, friends, I want you just to complete the survey for yourself, and I'll ask you the same questions in our online session. And so there's a discussion session here, and we won't be able to do this as this is not an interactive lesson. Maybe we can just go back and talk about these questions in our online session.